Hi friends, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be going on a little adventure, and it will involve some iPhone filming, and the reason why is because you can shoot a vlog with all sorts of different types of cameras. While the iPhone has its limitations, it is a fantastic tool for creating videos with at this point in history. It's all about your skill set with the fundamentals of knowing how to tell a story with a video and your creativity, and also knowing those limitations as well. Also, we have these guys. We're going to be hanging these up soon, but we'll talk about this more in another video. You ready to go canyon exploring? Maybe some rock climbing? Maybe some splunking?
Isn't that when you go into the... No, that's cave exploring.
I was saying go to the cave exploring. I would never splunk.
Let's do it.
Okay. Okay, we're here in the canyon. I broke both of my #1 rules, which is to bring gloves and boots whenever you go in the canyon, even if it's summer. I have my Vans and no gloves. It's not that cold, but having some boots would really be helpful now.
So this spot behind us is actually the first trail we ever attempted in Utah. We came with some friends and we tried to hike to a place called Lake Blanche. Our friends had their young, like 2-year-old daughter with them. It was miserable, and we got not even halfway there. We asked some hikers that were coming on the way down, like, hey, are we almost there? They're like, no, you got like 4 hours left. There was significantly less snow last time, but there was actually still some snow pretty far up that way. One day we will re-attempt it, but not any time soon, because right now it is freezing and I'm not interested in dying.
Now we're going to switch over to iPhone filmmaking mode in 3, 2, 1.
Hi.
You're pretty.
Yeah, you're great.
About a phone that died. As soon as I started filming, my phone died. One of the reasons that the phones die is because, well, my battery is already low. But the phones do not react well to cold. That's one of the limitations. If you live in a very cold area, they will die very quickly, depending on how cold it is. Luckily, it's not that cold today. This one's holding up. Another thing that's fantastic about filming with Christina's iPhone, she has a pop socket. A pop socket is generally used just for operating the phone and making it easier to hang onto the phone. But for filming, it's a fantastic stabilizer. You can get an interesting grip on it that you can't get without it. Where's my wife? She just whistled. Where are you? Wife! Oh, there she is. Hi! I heard your whistle, and that's how I found you.
Oh, yay. Just like Cooper.
We're survivalists. Good job.
You're just as good as Cooper is. James's phone died, but we got all we needed with this camera. Now we're going to switch back to this camera.
Mine's just a paperweight. I'm gonna throw it in the snow. Did you find a rock?
We are back at the apartment. I've had some time to play around with some of the editing apps. I have a very stressful and very frustrating story to tell you about one of the apps in a second, but I wanted to touch on something that James mentioned when we were out and about in the freezing cold while we were shooting. So one of the big limitations with shooting with the iPhone is it doesn't handle cold weather very well. Now, his phone was at like 17 or 18% when we got out there. Hindsight is 20/20. He should have charged his phone, but I believe that there is somewhat of a Sorry. But I believe that there is somewhat of a solution in regards to shooting with your phone in the cold. Now, if you're like me and you don't like to have a case on your phone, just turn off the video. Don't even watch the rest of it because it doesn't have anything to do with you. But if you don't mind having a case on your phone, there's a company in Utah, I actually know one of the people that work there, called Lander. One of their flagship products is actually a phone case, and within that phone case they have some kind of technology called thermaline. Now Thermaline, or whatever it's called, is tested and proven to help protect your phone against the effects of climates from 0 to 120 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you don't mind having a case on your phone, that might be a good solution if you want to try vlogging strictly on your cell phone. I'll link Lander and all of their information in this in the description below. They have a really cool Instagram. So yesterday, before I even had a chance to start playing around with apps, I had a little bit of a crisis. I was going to start editing in the Majesto app. I opened the app, I went basically through all of the little tutorial things and straight to where I could import footage from my camera roll. Turns out they have a trial version that you can only upload maybe 6 or so clips, and it sent me straight to where you can buy premium. They make the square so close to the little X where I was supposed to click out that I accidentally purchased it. If you could hear the words that were coming out of my mouth, I was so immensely frustrated with that stupid process, and that's how they get you. So the first app that I actually had the patience to play around in was an app called Filmmaker Pro. There were a lot of things that I did like about the app. You can control the speed of the clip, you can control the audio, you can actually import your own audio, which is so key. And the import process was actually really, really easy. One thing that Filmmaker Pro did do, and I hate it when any app ever does this, especially an app that a creative person would use, is they put a watermark at the bottom. Thankfully, iMovie did not do that, probably because I'm editing off of an iPhone, but I'm sure if there's an iMovie app in Android land that they would probably put like a big apple in the middle. Now the features of iMovie were basically the same as the features of what was in Filmic Pro, but everything was just so clean. You could drag the clips similar to how you would edit on the computer by the ends. You can only cut the clips to like, I think it was maybe 3 seconds short, so you won't be able to make those like super precise cuts. The user interface for a cell phone video editing software was very impressive. I really enjoyed using iMovie. So the last iPhone app that I wanted to talk about around editing is not actually for video editing, it's actually for photo pictures things. So this is actually the ViscoCam app. James and I use it frequently for our posts, and I don't know if you knew this, but you can actually edit video on ViscoCam.
I did know that. I knew that it was a premium feature, which premium I am not, but I understand that you may have purchased this premium feature.
I'm just on a purchasing roll. I'm gonna actually cancel it. You have a week-long trial for ViscoCam, so if you're interested in doing this and you make videos and you want to color grade them, but you only have a phone, you don't have a computer, you can actually do this. I think it's like $20 a year, which is pretty cool.
So now we're going on an intuitive journey into the land of ViscoCam videos. So let's open up one of the videos here. So interesting. Okay, so now it looks like these presets actually are different. So it seems like they're designed specifically for video, because I'm seeing presets I've never seen before. However, you do have the other ones as well, but they're new presets that you can use on the video, which makes sense because presets for videos should be different than presets for photos, because you're dealing with a different pixel density, if you will. You can kind of fade it off, which is nice because that's a big deal. You can see from the screen recording right now, it's currently at 12, and that's pretty intense. So you can bring it back. That's interesting. We'll go to, let's go to J since it's cold. Oh wow, that's intense. Okay, so we're gonna pull that way back. That's really interesting though, yeah, because the fact that you can pull it off a little bit, like you can fade it back, is really helpful. This is like a really smooth experience.
The only thing that I've seen after playing around with that app is that you can't import massive amounts of clips. You actually have to do it one at a time, which I understand because when you're color grading, it's clip by clip. Each scene is different. This is different than this because lighting changes. So if you are in the position where you want to start editing from your iPhone or your computer just exploded in a very dramatic fire, you can use these editing apps. With all of that said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, I'm James. That's Christina over there.
I'm Christina.
Have fun figuring that one out. We like to make videos about adventure and creativity, so if that interests you, feel free to subscribe. And if this video helped you, maybe your computer did explode in a traumatic fire, you can go ahead and like the video. You guys have a lovely, lovely day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.